this forgiveness. Why do we have trouble doing it? Why do we have trouble receiving it? Why do we have trouble believing that God could forgive you, but not believing that he could forgive me? Why do we have trouble being able to express it? Why is it that we live in a society that celebrates people for being unforgiving? The harder you are, the tougher you are, the more unforgiving you are, the more you are celebrated, for instance, for being a strong black woman. I'm a strong black woman. It just means you mad. You know, and we celebrate that. So don't take nothing, girl. That's right. Don't take nothing. We celebrate people for their anger. Men are intimidated to forgive. We see it as strength, when in reality, it takes more strength to forgive than it does to remain hostile and sick and toxic and angry. Forgiveness is a big idea. It's a big, tall idea, and you have to be a big person to be able to do it. Little people cannot do it. They're too small. They're too petty. They're too sensitive. They're too easily offended. This is a big idea. You have to be a big person to be able to embrace it. It is a big idea for people who have eagle-eye vision, who can see the big picture, and they're willing to lose the little war, the little battle, so that they can win the war. You didn't come here being unforgiving. It's not natural to be unforgiving. Your children are not unforgiving. Little babies, you can spank them for 1 minute and they're hugging you the next moment. They can get in a fight with the little boy across the street. The parents will be angry and the kids will want to go outside and play. Unforgiveness is a learned behavior. You don't hear what I'm saying. You're trying to defend yourself. You're trying to protect yourself. You're trying to insulate yourself. But you must understand, unforgiveness does not hurt your enemy. It hurts you. For you to be unforgiving is like you drinking poison and waiting on him to die. If you don't learn how to forgive, you cannot live. You cannot thrive. You cannot move forward. And you will always suffer. You will always suffer in the chicken coop of your memories if you do not find the grace to let it go. Jesus told his disciples, offenses will come. That's a promise. Offenses will come. If you avoid offenses, you avoid life. Offenses will come. They will come over and over and over and over and over again. They will come. I don't know whether the mail is going to come, but offenses will come. The longer you live, the more things are going to offend you. It is impossible to hide from it. You cannot dodge it. Everywhere you go, you will run into offenses. You must understand that your ability to handle offense will determine your direction for the next 20, 30 years of your life. Write this down. God will promote you to the level of your tolerance of pain. God will promote you to the level of your tolerance of pain. At the point that you can't handle pain, you lose the promotion. He promotes you to the level of your tolerance of pain. You can't take it, you can't be promoted. You can't handle it, you're too sensitive, you can't have it. In the corporate world, the people who get the big bucks are paid to handle problems. You can't be an executive and you can't handle stress. You can't be a manager and your feelings are sensitive. You can't run a corporation and you can't handle problems. We don't put you in the corporate office to overview the city with glass all around you, not to handle problems. We gave you that so that you could process the problem. The big bucks go to problem handlers, people who can solve it, people who can make it happen, people who can get it done. The less you have to be responsible for, the smaller the compensation. The greater you have to deal with, the more they're paying you. They're paying you to deal with problems, issues, and circumstances. And there's nothing worse than putting a little person in a big position. Oh my God, I think I'm gonna tweet that myself. There's nothing worse than putting a little person in a big position. They walk around with their chest all stuck out and they're looking important, but they never get anything done. They can't handle anything. They're angry with everybody. They fall out with everybody. They're power tripping because you got a Napoleon spirit and you're not big enough to be able to manage the position that you're in, and you end up being a hater to people who get things done because you can't handle what has been given unto you. So when you ask for promotion, you're asking for problems. Get that in your head. When you ask for promotions, you're asking for problems. You're asking for offenses. You're asking, fill my desk with offense. I can handle it. I'm the man for the job. I'm here to represent. I can handle it. Let me put it in Bible language. To him whom much is given, much is required. You can't get the much giving if you're not going to deal with the much required. Let me break it down in colloquialism. New levels, new devils. The higher you go, the more you're going to have to confront with every day. We must be able to handle these offenses. And when Jesus taught this, they said, okay, how shall I handle this? Shall I forgive my brother 7 times? Jesus said, it has been said unto you, you shall forgive your brother 7 times. But I say unto you to forgive him 7 times 70. Well, we can multiply 7 times 70, but Jesus is not right. It doesn't mean that you were flawless. It just means that I have too much in front of me to allow the things behind me to leave me incarcerated and bound by you. And I am not going to wait for you to forgive. I'm not going to wait for you to ask for forgiveness. You may not ask for forgiveness. I can't give you that much power that I put my life on hold waiting on you to come to yourself. I'm not going to wait on it. I'm not going to wait on you to pay me back. You may not ever pay me back the money. I'm not going to lose the peace over the money. I can get some more money if I got some peace. So I'm not going to give you that much power. Besides, some of the people we need to forgive are dead. If you're waiting on them to say, I'm sorry, they'll never be able to do it. But if nobody else cuts you loose, you got to be able to cut yourself loose and say, I'm not going to die right here. I am going to let it go. Go. Let it go. You're too big to think that small. You're too high to be that low. You're too great to be that little. You're too powerful to be that petty. You can't do like your mama did. You can't do like your grandmama did. You've got to let it go. Your attitude is going to have everything in the world to do with your altitude. So if I was the devil and I was really trying to stop your progress, terminate your future, I can't stop God from blessing you, but I can get you out of alignment where you don't have the blessed attitude to be able to receive what he has for you. And all of a sudden, you're operating at 50% of the woman you could have been. 30% of the man you would have been had you not been through what you've been through. When you carry it, the toxicity of it begins to poison your soul like cancer. So Jesus says, the art of survival necessitates no matter what I throw on you, no matter what life throws on you, get out of it what you can, exhale what you can, and keep it moving. Take in what's good, throw out what's bad, keep on moving. Eat the meat, spit out the bones, keep on. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying. I'm going to take you back to your mama's wisdom and your grandma's wisdom. You see, really big people don't act small. I've been blessed in my life, born in the hills of West Virginia on the side of a mountain in a little raggedy house that was supported by 4x4 posts. We sat out there, we had 1 floor furnace and the whole family be standing over top of the furnace trying to stay warm in the winter. I know what it is to come from meager beginnings. I've also been to the tops of the mountains. I've been with the greatest of the great. I've sat with the last 3 presidents. I've sat with 9 heads of state. I've sat with CEO executives, actors and entertainers at the top of their industry and the top of their career. I've been with the greatest lawyers in this country as they negotiated deals, navigated closing, and I learned that there is a characteristic amongst great people that other people don't know. Great people can argue in a boardroom. They can fight over a principle. They can slam down desks. They can declare their position. They can argue endlessly and then look at the watch and say, well, Jim, it's 12 o'clock. Let's get something to eat. And I said, you're going to eat with him? You all fought, you cussed each other out. You were yelling and screaming, and now you're going to eat? I was scared to eat. I thought the food would be poison. But they would be laughing and talking because big people don't let petty problems stop them from seeing the greater picture of what they're supposed to do. Well, you don't hear what I'm saying. Oh, I wish I had something. See, and when you have been conditioned to think like a chicken, you can't fly like an eagle.
See, a lot of folk won't let you forget what you used to do or what you have done, what mistakes you've made. All of us have made some mistakes in life. All of us have done some things that if we had them to do over again, we wouldn't do it again. There are a lot of things that if I had it to do over again, if I knew then what I know now, I would have done it differently. Well, it didn't happen that way. In your mind right now, think about some particular event or act in your life that you feel very bad about. You really regret that took place. If you had to do over again, you would do it differently.
What is done?
With that there, I want you to see yourself in your mind's eye and say to yourself, I love myself unconditionally, and I forgive myself. I knew better. I would have done better. Think about somebody that you've hurt, somebody that you've disappointed, either deliberately or inadvertently, or someone that has hurt you deliberately or inadvertently. Think about them, somebody that you really, when you think about them, the room turns red. Look at them in your mind's eye and say, I forgive you. I forgive you. Unconditionally. Forgive. Let it go. If you want to be forgiven, you better forgive somebody. None of us are perfect. All of us have made some mistakes. And it wasn't easy. It's not easy forgiving, am I right? It's hard. See, everybody won't forget. They say, I forgive, but I don't forget now. Let it go so you can grow.
Forgiveness is important for several reasons. Forgiveness can help you find inner peace and relieve stress. Forgiveness is essential for healthy relationships. It builds trust, strengthens bonds, and fosters empathy and understanding. Forgiveness reduces stress, anxiety, and depression. It also improves physical health, such as blood pressure, immune function, and heart disease risk. Forgiveness breaks the cycle of negativity. It promotes a positive and compassionate approach to conflict resolution and inspires others to do the same. Forgiveness isn't about forgetting or justifying harm. It's about freeing yourself from bitterness and embracing empathy and understanding. It's a journey that takes patience and dedication. Special thanks to Bishop T.D. Jakes and Les Brown for sharing these powerful speeches with us. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this topic, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next episode.